Hello, everyone, and thank you again, SSPI, for the Promise Award. So my work there, as you mentioned, is about preparing future missions. I've been working already in routine operations, and now I'm here to prepare what comes in the future. And we live in the space operations world, and in particular, we operate Earth observation satellites. And Earth observation is really important because this type of satellites is what provide data in order to tackle some of the most important challenges in our planet. We are talking about climate change, monitoring the environment, using the data for emergency response, for security. So it is really something that it's helpful for all of us, other than being super fascinating also for me. To me, it's really a dream come true to work in the space sector. And I say that exactly because everything started with a dream. I was a little child and I come from a family where they are all medical doctors, and everyone expected for me to follow the same path. But then I had this dream to work with space and being an astronaut myself. And I held on to the dream and I kept working on it and studying. So step by step, I started to build my career in the space sector. And that led me into the industry. And I'm super happy that I joined the space field. It's the best place where I could be. There are many things that we learn. And it is true, when we join a business, we always bring something into that, but we always take something back. And this is what makes not only ourselves grow, but also the business itself. And over the years, I covered many roles and increased the responsibilities over time. And I realized that there is maybe one common element to all the new businesses or teams that I joined, and that's teamwork. We are here to celebrate individual people, and that's true that with the other Promise Awards, we bring individual contribution, of course, to the space sector. But I realized that it's impossible to be fully successful without a team. And I've been lucky to meet an incredible group of people over the years. And I think that's the most important working knowledge that I gained over time. It is true that when I joined the space sector, many people think, okay, you're going to work with astronauts and that's all the science and also super fascinating. And then over time, you start to realize that space is important. It's not just beautiful, it's important what we do. So you come a bit with the knowledge of the operations world and what satellites do. But over time, you gain the awareness of the real truth, let's say, behind it. Why do we have these wonderful pieces in space? Why do we launch satellites? So I think it becomes more and more clear, not only for me, but for the humanity at large. We all make use of satellite data, not only for climate change and Earth observation as such, but when we all use GPS or Galileo to move from one place to another, we are using satellite data. So it is becoming more and more important for everyone, and even the knowledge is becoming more clear. I think we learn something new every day, and I'm not saying that just to say, but I feel it with myself. But maybe the most important thing that I learned is that I need to do something that I love to do. And I learn it every day. When I come back from work, there is not just the feeling of having produced something having contributed to the space sector, but I have the feeling that I have contributed to my own life, to myself. And that's the best thing that I've learned. To do something with passion, it's something that where you will be successful at. It's the best tool that you have. I think I will take you that directly because indeed, when we talk about the space sector, it's not a standalone field anymore. The most interesting part, I think, is indeed that it's so big nowadays, and you have space in agriculture, you have space in energy, you have so many space applications that have an impact on many other fields, traditional fields or new fields. And not only there is an impact from space towards other fields, but it's also the other way around. So if we look, for example, at the space economy, we are talking about economy. And it's not only because we are generating business and profit out of it, but also because there is an important economic aspect, a business strategy. Nowadays, the main agencies and industries around the world are adopting new trends like crowdsourcing. So this is something new, something that we would have never thought of before. So maybe the most interesting thing indeed is this expansion, this looking at so many opportunities that are out there. Space, it's really immense nowadays. I will give myself a lot of advices, but maybe one would be that we all set goals and objectives in our lives, and we feel so happy when we reach that. But then I realized that each of the goals that I reached, it's not an ending point, but it's a starting point. So I would always, I would tell myself, okay, look at what are already the next opportunity, what you can do with that now. So you're reaching this, what can you do next? And then once you reach that, who are you meeting? Who are the new people? What type of new connections, new ideas you can develop? And this is really the most beautiful thing. So I will tell myself, go for it. There will be many, and normally I look at both the scientific and explorational part and also the commercial part. From a scientific and exploration point of view, certainly all the experiments that we carry out in space, that will be beneficial for us. We know in the ISS, for example, we carry out a lot of research from a biology point of view, medical point of view, and of course they aim at improving then our life on Earth. And then of course the moment when we will be able to go back to the moon or finally go to Mars, that will be really an important point, not only for the space community, but in general. If we look at the human beings, we are explorers. We are discovering things continuously. So to conquer a new planet and go there will be certainly an important milestone. And then, of course, from a commercial point of view, there will be a lot of consequences. We are talking indeed about the new space economy, commercial space. So we are looking about space as a catalyst for new businesses, new opportunities, and new ways to improve our lives. So I'm not sure what will be the most exciting, but I'm sure that we are ready for an incredible future with the space infrastructure.